Call the meeting to order at 8:02. Is there any public comment? Anybody banging the doors down to get in there, Bill?
There are no members of the comment, no members of the public.
Okay. All right, so let's move on to administrative. I sent out the June 20th meeting minutes. Can I get a motion and then we can discuss any changes?
So moved.
It's Vince.
I'll second that.
Jens, you. Okay, any comments, corrections, additions? Okay, all those in favor? Oh, hi, Mike. How are you?
Hi.
Morning.
Yay. Of approving the minutes, aye, it's unanimous. Okay. All right, so we have two seats on the, one official seat on the commission to fill, right? We're 5 members. Last time we talked about Derek Sterling, who said he couldn't devote the time, and then Amanda went. Laura mentioned Jens follow-up. Did you talk to Amanda?
Yeah, my wife did. She's on the fence. She's not really committed. I mean, of course she's committed, but she just doesn't have the time and resources.
Right. So Laura also had the chance to talk to Amy, who has had a hard time making meetings. And since she's got kids in elementary school, the timing, the time of day that we have in the meeting is a challenge for her. So either we have her back off and find somebody else to replace her, or we talk about changing the meeting time to evening. So I don't want to make that decision today, but do you guys think that makes a difference to people, that we'd have more success if we had a different meeting time? And what difference would it make to you?
As a parent of high schoolers, because I have the youngest kids of everybody, well, except for Bill. But evenings are my craziest time because I'm always getting somebody somewhere or going to some kind of meeting, for parenty type stuff. That's just my schedule.
This time has worked for you and continues to.
Yes.
Okay. Jens and Vince.
Yeah, I prefer mornings, but I could make evenings work if necessary.
I really prefer mornings.
Okay. Yeah. Has anybody that you've talked, have you even talked about the meeting time with prospective?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, we really got it, if Amy decides to pull back until her kids are older and she can make the 8 o'clock time slot, then we really have 2 slots to fill. And I think we really got to have at least 4 out of 5 on, because otherwise we don't have a quorum unless all 3, Jens, Vince, and I show up. So how do you think we find some other people? Are we running anything on the network, Laura, or on the Facebook?
No, we're not running anything for commissioners. I can post on Facebook.
Why don't you do that?
Definitely do that, yeah.
Okay.
So as far as Republican, Democrat, how this is Ed was as a registered Democrat, right? So that would be the next person would have to be a registered Democrat.
Well, I switched parties.
Oh yeah. So okay, so if we're looking for 2, is it one from each party?
I don't know. You know what? I got to double check here. I was going to do that and I forgot. So let me look through my notes. Let me check with Alicia.
I'm not too bothered about it. It's just people are going to ask.
Oh, well, yeah, we definitely need to know what the party balance is, and we want to stay in balance. So let me check. Put this down. Check. Just on Facebook page. Laura's going to do that. It's good. Okay. All right. So let's just keep. I think we need to keep this on our agenda I'll try to get the info from Alicia and get it out to you guys, soon so that we know what party we're looking for. Or independent, just has to be, it just can't be. I gotta check. I don't want to say anything that's not true. Okay, how about our videographer status? I think last time we talked about Garrett is doing great. Very
Yes.
seasoned guy.
Mhm.
Courtney is graduating, so we would still get her maybe for vacations or summers or whatever, but
Like
probably
Drew,
have
should be seasonal.
seasonal. Okay, so then you have to wait till like school starts to start recruiting more students.
Yeah, I had a student come talk to me, but she never followed up, which is a bummer, but I think she will be a senior. So we'll see. I'll talk to Nick DeDonna and I'll talk to Matt Braxick once school starts and ask if I can get in and just give a little quick spiel. But in the meantime, we still have Leah and Memphis, who are both great. Leah will be a senior, Memphis will be a junior, so we'll be hoping to get some underclassmen.
Do we have enough? Do we need to do a pitch on Facebook page for adult videographers? How do we get Garrett? Where do we find him?
I think he might have responded to either Facebook or the station post.
So maybe put that up again.
Or I could ask, again, I can also I can ask Garrett if he knows people also.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. I'd kind of prefer to do that first. Because if you think, I trust his judgment.
That's fine. And we just got to keep the flow going because we know that people flow in and flow out. So
yeah, I mean, and again, I'm not overly concerned right now, as long as we can cover the concerts. Like sports, this year was the first year we pretty much covered all the home, a lot of home games. So if we do, that's great. If we don't, we'll still have content.
yeah, I've just heard good feedback about us having, sports on. So
Oh, good. Okay.
okay, anything else administrative? Okay, finance, we finished the year on budget, actually a little bit under. And, we're just moving into, I think we got all the paperwork in for everything we spent in June. So now we're on to the new fiscal year and we have plenty of money. The one question is, our capital request got moved to the last of the ARPA spending, and we weren't allowed to start that conversation until after the new fiscal year starts. So in talking to Bill before the meeting got rolling, I'm going to reach out to Maria and see, just make sure nobody forgets about us, that whenever that happens, that they get what they need from us. And I don't know how many of you have dealt with Dan Martin, so he's like the number 2 in the finance department, but he is retiring and he has been a really great guy to work with. So the job has been posted. Hopefully they'll get somebody good in there because he was just super reliable, really easy to work with. Good guy. Okay, any questions on finance or? Okay. All right, on to programming. Just give me 1 second, Laura. Okay, programming.
We're still chugging along. We've got we just recently finished up all of our content that was kind of on backup. I think we might be a week or 2 behind on concerts, but I'm not going to complain.
School concerts?
No, the summer concerts.
Okay.
So I'm not going to complain because it's nice to have some fresh programming through the end of July, where August used to be just, like one concert and a ton of repeats. And I don't think, now that we've got 2 concerts a week, they're doing Sundays and Tuesdays, which is nice. So, and we're keeping up with senior centers programming. Library programming is a little quieter. Same with senior center. We are recording the Democratic State Senate candidate debate on August 1st at the library. Garrett is going to cover that. So that's going to go out. The event is August 1st. I told Laurel that it would likely go, be on air the following week. And she said that's perfect because that's right before the primary. I think it would start the Thursday before the election. So she's happy with the timing. So
We're gonna live stream it.
I had not planned on it. That wasn't mentioned and she was okay with that.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
And have they confirmed that all 4 candidates are gonna be there?
I have not heard back from Laurel. I will just confirm with her.
I would be stunned if they weren't all there. I mean,
Yeah, I just was
Yeah.
coordinating the recording portion. I
Yeah,
don't,
that's, yeah, you don't, they worry about the rest of that, so.
yeah,
not-
exactly,
not our
exactly. I
problem.
wasn't coordinating anything.
But yeah, Garrett would be good, and I think Laurel said she knows him from other, league activities.
Oh, good. Yeah, he jumped at it. I asked him first,
Yeah.
and he was like, yes, I'll do it. So
Yes, so she said he had done other things, so she was happy to
Good.
hear. Okay,
that's great. Yeah, like I said, he was the first person I asked and responded within like 20 minutes. So I just said to Laurel, I'll put out a call to I had gotten her email. I said, I'll put out a call to the videographers. And literally within half an hour, I was able to respond back and say, got somebody, we're all set.
good.
So,
Tell her it's Garrett, tell her it's Garrett, she'll be happy.
okay.
Yep. Okay, what else?
Have not gotten a lot, again, because we had so much stuff waiting to go on air. I haven't started with original programming. What I would like to do, I didn't realize this until probably Monday. I wish I had known sooner. This year is the 50th year of the summer music camp. So I wanted to reach out to Dave Turacek and just see if he wanted to, just put a little something together for that. Because he had reached out to alumni and was asking for like pictures and stuff. So I was like, I wish I had known. I could have gone in and shot some footage. But I'll reach out to David. I mean, we do have some old, like we've done concerts for theirs before. We're going to record their concert tonight. So we can always pull some of that footage together. So, but again,
Really been 50 years, that's kind of crazy.
it is crazy. Yeah.
What program is that? I don't think I've heard of it before.
It's the summer music camp program. The band people refer to it as baby band camp because that tends to be a big recruiting tool for the
Mhm.
marching band. It's a 3-week summer music program and it runs like 8:30 to 12:30 at the high school. And it's great. If you're entering 3rd grade, you can start, entering 3rd or 4th grade, you can
Mhm.
start attending and kids go all the way up. Some kids that go into high school, a lot of kids my kids all went from like 3rd through 8th grade. And you don't have to have ever picked up your instrument. They will teach, they teach all the elementary kids, like all the beginning stuff. So within 3 weeks worth of camp, they come out really, like at a basic proficient level.
Mhm.
They're performing the stuff that, they play at like the Christmas concerts. So
Okay.
basically in those 3 weeks, they get like a semester worth of music lessons. And then depending on how many kids are there, like when my kids went, it was a really big program. Obviously pre-COVID, it was a little different, but they had a beginning band and an intermediate band and an advanced band. And obviously the music was, the music selections were appropriate to each level of musicianship. And then they had an orchestra program, a band instrument program. They had guitar classes. They have music tech. So like, it's not 4 straight hours of music. They go in like half-hour blocks. So they might have a full ensemble for one block. They may break out into sections to learn, technique or the music for another half hour. They may be in the computer lab doing music tech using GarageBand to put together songs that they can, record, like, download for themselves. And then they have like recess and snack breaks. So Tom
Sounds
Whitmore,
excellent.
yeah, Tom
Yeah.
Whitmore used to run it. Dave Turacek runs it now, and it's a fantastic program for kids
Wow.
who are
Yeah.
interested in, learning, discovering an instrument.
That's
Very
very,
cool.
very cool.
Yeah, and then the last day they break out into teams and have like Tom Whitmore used to call it Breakfast of Champions, where everybody would basically bring in like cookies and donuts and garbage and soda, and then the kids would have breakfast, and then they would divide into teams and just have like, it was like field day. And the
On a
kids would
high,
play against the
on a
counselor.
sugar
Yeah,
high.
it
On a
was,
sugar high.
yeah, on a sugar high. They're trying to run it off, but it was nice because again, the high school marching band kids, a lot of them go back as student counselors, so they'll get their service hours and then they'll get some experience teaching.
That
So
sounds excellent.
yeah, they have a great time. It's a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
if you could pull something together on that, that would be like,
Yeah, like I said, I wish I had known sooner that this was, that Dave was doing this, but I didn't see the Facebook post until recently, so I will reach out to him.
okay, so let's see, anything else on programming?
Nothing I can think of. I mean, next month I'll reach out to Dr. Semmel and about convocation, but that will have been over by the time we meet next. So that would be the next thing I would reach out about, is any back to school programming. And then I'll probably reach out to Todd and whoever the new head of guidance is to see if they want me to record any of the back to school
Wait, what
stuff.
happened to Kathy?
She's moving to, is it Easton, Mike? Yeah, it came up as like a,
She's going to Joe Barlow.
Really?
Yeah.
So who's gonna take over? Don't know yet?
We're interviewing that currently.
Interesting. Well, that happens sometimes, so it's an
She was-
opportunity. It's
yeah,
an
she said she
opportunity.
was not expecting it. It just came up. And, as those things happen. So she will be missed.
And because I wanted to connect with her, I'm on Southwest Connecticut Regional Sector Partnership for Manufacturing. And we're looking to get into the schools, the high schools, to try to bring the message to students and their parents that there are opportunities and good paying jobs and careers that don't require a college education, that require technical accreditation or education, but okay, well,
What about I can't remember who does it. Is it Samantha Collins, Mike, who's the college and career office?
Yeah, I was gonna say, send an email to Samantha Collins. So she's the counselor just for college and career.
well, like, I'll go to you first. You tell me where to go.
Absolutely. Yep. Send an email and I'll respond back to you.
Because I mean, I was looking back at when I was at Trumbull High, there was a huge non-college track presence. And I know when my kids were at Trumbull High, it was all about going to college. Like, that's really where our focus was. And I think being in manufacturing, I'm certainly seeing that we don't have enough people. They don't understand that it's not your father's manufacturing anymore. There's really cool, interesting stuff happening, making interesting things. And, if the parents are my age or young, like, you don't have that context from when you were in high school. So it's not enough just to try to reach the kids. We got to get to the parents as well to say this is worth looking into. Okay, enough on that.
That's
all
a
right.
fabulous idea, though. Absolutely fabulous.
And that would
Well,
also be a great original programming idea.
And the state money is out there, right, to connect, to make sure that the curriculum that the community colleges and the technical high schools are, creating. We're trying to make sure that that is in collaboration with actual manufacturers, so they're not cranking out people that don't have the right technical expertise. And then you have all the other soft skills that, as a whole other story about making people understand that on time is really being on time is really important. Stuff like that. So in any event, okay. Anything else on programming?
No.
All right, let's move on to technical. So we got the new two cameras for graduation. We got the Zoom equipment, right? That,
Yes, you have the remotes that go on, excuse me, the remotes attached to the handle of the tripod to zoom in and out.
and I already put in the pile for the next budget go round to replace the Sling Studio equipment in next year's budget.
Knock wood, it's still working, but again, we should have something lined up because
Well, with how small that number is, maybe I'll try to roll it with the other bigger, head end replacement stuff we need to do and see if I can maybe squeeze that all in out of
that
ARPA.
would be great. Because again, all the Zoom stuff came as a result of ARPA. And then Jens, I will put together a list of what I am thinking, and please let me know if I'm
Mhm.
off base or should be thinking of different, models or whatever.
We talked about the HDMI extenders. I think it was Holyland, the manufacturer last time, and they're really reasonably priced. I looked at it afterwards.
Mhm.
That would be really cool to have something like that. It would
Yeah,
make
it's just a matter of what they would work with if we go with like YOLO Live or something else,
Mhm.
something
Can
else.
you guys talk, because I definitely want to get direction from Maria now so that we don't
Okay.
inadvertently miss the window for the head end equipment.
Right.
I think we've already had that quoted, right? We have DNRs. Okay,
They had sent that probably not long after election.
yeah, let's dust that off and I'll.
Yeah.
Okay. How about other technical things? We
Nothing
good?
I could think of off the top of my head.
First,
No, because again, the PC, I'm trying to think, like the PCs in my PC in the studio has been working. Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
okay, so then let's just focus on the head end cleanup and replacing that we need to do.
Mhm.
And and the Sling Studio,
Right, streaming.
yeah. Okay, good. All right, any other technical issues anybody has? All right, let's move on to marketing and PR. I think last time you said Katie Dunn was back. Did we get the Adobe stock thing straightened out?
Not yet. I will follow up with Jean on Monday because
Okay.
again, it was just like there were so many, it's like we understand what the difference is between all this stuff, but Jean is doing purchasing for everybody. So
Okay. So you've got Jean, and then you'll let me know if you need me.
yes,
Okay. And then our t-shirts.
they look so pretty. They're so nice and lightweight. We got, just so everybody's aware, after graduation, I realized we have these lovely cotton peak polos, but when on the turf in the summer at graduation, when it feels like 100 degrees, they're hot and heavy. So we got some dry fit polos that are the same gray color, same logo. They look great. And they're super nice and lightweight. So I just need to get them distributed to the videographers, and they'll be great for, fall and spring sports and when the weather's still nice.
Excellent.
Go with our baseball hats and beanies. Mike, I have to get you a hat and a beanie. I have not gotten you one yet.
Please do.
Yes.
My daughters are stealing that one hat that I have, so it obviously appeals to the whatever generation they are. You see,
So it's got a cool factor. Who knew?
that's what it's done.
Yeah, are kids Z or Alpha? I'm not sure which. Yeah, I think they were Z's, Gen Z, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, anything else on marketing and PR? So is Katie going to be able to help? I mean, is she available, or how are things at home?
I'm gonna touch base. I think she's been sort of in and out. She's been traveling with that. She's been working with an Instagram influencer. Worst case, I have a number of friends whose kids have graduated with, recent college graduates who are looking to do social media type stuff. So it shouldn't be too hard. Hold on a sec. All right, you need to run. I'm turning on the phone. Oh. Sorry, I had a teenage boy having to get ready for his lifeguard shift.
Okay, so you might know some other people if Katie can't,
Yeah.
Okay, all right, the last thing, Trumbull High connection. Technology department's been supportive. Nick and Matt are teaching video production. Looking at getting students to take B-roll for sporting events, and I think last time you said you and Jeff are working on getting daily announcements back on the air.
Well, actually, that's a discussion that Mike and I had, because that's more of a curriculum thing.
Yeah, so just a quick update on that. We hired a brand new tech teacher to Trumbull High School, a brand new position. So we're adding all these different courses here at Trumbull High. And Nick Dodona is currently creating a curriculum for TV production 2, in which the students will be able to live stream daily announcements every morning. Obviously, it takes a while to get the curriculum up and running, so this will be in place for the 25-26 school year. It'll be a course that we're offering in our course catalog, and yeah, and I'm looking forward to working with Laura and using the studio on a daily basis now, as opposed to just sitting there and only using it a certain amount of times here. So really happy that we hired the tech position. We're looking to implement the new course with the new curriculum, and this will be for the 25-26 school year.
So not this fall, next fall.
Correct. Yep.
Is that person interested in resurrecting the AV club? Just curious.
I don't know. We have to have a conversation with him. The candidate that we hired is from New Zealand.
Wow.
So, yeah, so we're happy to have him. He actually started a TV production at his old school that he worked in New Zealand. And now he's in the United States living here with his family. So I'm sure he's probably willing to do as much as possible. So we'll have that conversation with him once he starts in September.
Connect them. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, we're excited.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, excellent.
That's
So,
great news.
all right, any other questions on Trumbull High? Our next meeting is September 5th. I'm going to be in California, so I may be asking if we can push the meeting time back
Of course.
a little bit. So would like 11 work for you guys?
Yeah, I can make it work.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so 11 a.m. Eastern time. Laura, will that work?
Yes, that'll work. Sorry, I have a barking dog.
Okay. All right, that would be awesome. Thank you. Okay, anything else? So I guess just one other thing we should start thinking about is election coverage. Because we've got, there's the primary on August 13th for the state Senate seat. I don't know that I don't know. I don't feel like we need to have a show that night, but we definitely need to start planning for November.
Yeah, I agree.
So Laura, probably reaching out to Katie when school gets back, Katie Boland, when school gets back in session, to see that if the People kids are going to be willing to put that show together again.
Yeah, I mean,
and we will have that one consequential local race for the state Senate. So it's, there's the national, but there's also a local
right.
connection.
There's a congressional, isn't what's his name? Chris Himes, is he not running? Is he not up for election?
It's Jim Himes, yeah, he
Jim
would be up
Himes.
for election too, yeah, Chris Murphy.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know if, I guess we better double check. One of the senators,
I think it's Chris. I've seen ads on
Chris
Facebook.
Murphy,
Yeah,
okay,
but I mean, obviously we double check it, but there could be
Yeah.
3.
yeah, so that could be really interesting because it would be Himes, because he's every 2 years. Either
Oh yeah.
Blumenthal or Murphy, you're saying Murphy, we got the state senate race, and then we've got the presidential race.
Yeah.
Big night, big
Mhm.
night.
Yeah,
Okay, and I am working the polls both for the primary and the election, so that's where, we've had the kids pull the results, come to the voting polls and pull the results, because Jens, we've got the fastest results,
Yeah, we do.
which is kind of amazing. All right. Anything else?
All right, 10.
Did we lose Laura?
No,
No.
See
She's
Laura
here.
call.
I'm here. I have to go bring my son to work, so
Okay,
I'm on my phone.
all right, so I think that's everything. Motion to adjourn at 8:33.
so moved.
Second,
I'll second it.
anybody opposing? Okay, 8:33. Thanks, you guys. Everybody have a